All right, everybody, so I actually hopped out of that meet so I can show you how we can kind of get all three of these displays working together. That being, of course, my laptop, my external display, and my projector and or smartboard over here. You could do this kind of like joining the meet after you join the meet, but it's just a little easier to walk into the meet, have everything set up and all your ducks in a row. That way no one really has to wait. So let me show you the first thing we're gonna do. We're gonna come over to the AirPlay icon, that little rectangle with the triangle, and find our room number. And then of course, if it asks us for a code, we're gonna type it in. I recently AirPlayed, so we don't have to worry about that. And right now we have our laptop, our external monitor, and our projector slash smartboard. They are all the same. If I take a step back, you should be able to get them all in the frame. They are in mirror mode, which means they mirror each other. And there's also another mode. If we hold down Command and tap down F1 on the keyboard, which is extended desktop mode, which gives us a screen here and a placeholder here and here for different windows to drag over. But there's advantages to using each one. So let me talk about mirror mode first. So we're gonna hop back in there by holding down Command and tapping F1. So the great thing about mirror mode is that you never have to worry about what's on any screen at one given time because they are all the same. So you won't have to worry about dragging anything around or moving anything or getting lost or anything like that. But there are definitely some advantages to extended desktop mode. But let me show you kind of what Google Meet looks like if you're using it with these three displays in mirror mode to give you kind of the full experience. All right, everybody, so I am joined by myself, and you will see me here on my screen on the external display and again over on the smartboard slash projector screen. And this is going to be what your students at home will see. It's the view from our special camera right over there on top of the display, showing the wide angle of your classroom. So I wanted to give you an idea of kind of what it all looks like together. And now if I wanted to, let's say I wanted to share this screen. If you notice, this is my slideshow that I want to be able to share with the people at home, also known in this instance as myself. But of course, I have my slideshow up here, here, and here, but they don't see it at home. So of course I need to be able to go through and share my screen. So I'm gonna move the mouse down to where it says present now. And I am going to choose a couple different options here. I have a few different things. And I'm going to choose a Chrome tab. And I'm going to show you why we're going to do this. We're going to choose a Chrome tab because if I click a Chrome tab and then I go through and I choose that presentation and then I go ahead and hit share, that is all they're going to see at home. They'll see that. They'll see just the presentation. And then over on the screens here, I have, of course, the presentation, but I can also grab the meet here. And here they are. You can see myself right over there. I look into the camera, hello. You can see me there. And I'm gonna drag that out of here. And I'm gonna bring it over to the side. The reason I'm doing this is because this is going to give us here in the classroom a way to be able to see the people at home while we are showing them what we want to show them. I'm gonna close this thing that says meeting details. Now I know that it says you are presenting to everybody. That's correct because I am in charge of the presentation. I am presenting to everybody. But as people talk and as they chime into the conversation, we will see those cameras switch over here. That way, here in the classroom, I can show everybody what's going on with our presentation while still keeping the people at home looped into everything. So I'm just gonna resize this window a little bit. So that's what it looks like. This is why I chose just the tab, because if I didn't choose the tab, the people at home over here on their iPad, a computer or a phone or whatever other device it is, would actually have the screen split just like we do. But they don't see that because we're only choosing one tab. So in the classroom, it would look like this. So it's a little bit bigger and you can definitely make out everything that's over here on the screen in the presentation, and you can still see the camera. Now I know that it's a little bright in here, so of course you might have to play around with a little bit of the lighting in your room. If I were to get the lights off in here and if I were to kind of sit down, you would still be able to kind of get that effect of having them here in the classroom while still having the material presented and not kind of shortchanging them on their view of anything. They can still see everything right there. So it's a great way to be able to take advantage of mirror mode, but still keep everything tied together. Now, if you want to see how to do this in extended desktop mode, you definitely can. And there are some advantages to doing so, but there's just a couple other steps. So just make sure that if you're interested in that you watch the video that I will link to be able to help you out with that.